Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Apple report for Monday, November 27th, 2023. But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already, subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, share the content if you would with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever. On with the charts. Start with the big picture as usual, work our way into the day itself. Just a reminder that I can go back in time. We closed above this 164.90, 166.31 area, to be referred to through the rest of this video as the mid-160s. We closed above that area in May. That set off a long-term buy signal that is still ultimately anticipating the 232.09 long-term channel top. That could be by the end of Q1, following the recent buy signal above this 184.49 descending channel top. Now, as it turns out, we may revisit this 184.49 descending channel top this week, perhaps. I'm going to jump to this chart here and just show that we closed last Friday below this a 1.5 week channel bottom that we'd been trading inside of for 3-4 days. We closed below the 191.03 structure, and that does allow, I'm going to use the word, because, how do I frame this? This is a short-term channel bottom. That's why it's never been more than a 2 or it's never been more than a 1-star level, able to contain session activity. Now, its settlement last Friday below 191.03, does it suggest such a move to take us all the way back into the mid-180s? I think you have to be open to that. I think as long as we continue trading below the 191.03 formation, that's something that you can plan for. I think you can plan if you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, yes. But, there's also reason to consider this to be a bit of a head fake, perhaps. And so I'm not trying to talk you out of a short position. If you went short on Friday's close based on this information, that is the way to be. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, that is the direction to set yourself up for, the mid-180s. There are little levels all the way down. 190.69, I rounded down to 190.66. That's a 5/8 or 3/8 upside Fibonacci over the last 2 days. 188.57. You'd have to go back about a week. There's a couple of lows here. I could have zoomed in, I suppose, on this chart. Kind of a double bottom that occurred 2 days in a row, 188.57. I could see us bottoming out there on an intraday, possibly daily basis. If we break 188.57, do you see the day that we closed above this channel top here at 184.13? We backed away the very next day, and then we gapped higher and continued higher. So that high is able, I think, to contain session weakness. So if we're talking just the day, you're short below 191.03 or getting short at 191.03, anticipating 188.57 intraday, where profits can be taken, but also know that if we break 188.57, 186.56 is in reach today where a low can be placed for the day. And I think that would be the extent of the downside. And of course, if that were to occur, then certainly I would anticipate 184.13 over the following day or two. So yes, this can all change pretty quickly. 184.13 in reach perhaps by Friday's close. 184.13 is that same channel top that I showed you a moment ago on the weekly chart at 184.49. You can see them both here. And I already discussed 186.56. If we close today below 186.56, we should see this 184 handle support within just another day or two of trade. 184.49, daily chart 184.13, able to contain selling through the rest of the year and even perhaps through the first quarter. And once tested, we can continue higher. Beyond that 198 23 July high within a matter of a month or two, and on and up to the 232.09 formation. The timing of this is impossible, but I do see precedent here for a 3 to 5 month move, which we're in the midst of right now, but a month and a half ago, coming off the mid 60s long-term support. So let's talk about the possibility, and I know this is kind of big picture analysis, but I do want to just sort of cover what if we close below 184.13. That doesn't look good, I'll grant you that, but I also think you need to wait for a settlement below 179.32. So there are all kinds of things going on here. This 185.76 level is a rising 1/3 speed line. I have it as a minor point today, but as the week goes by, it will be beefed up to a session containment level and maybe even a weekly support level. So the question begs, are we destined to fall into the mid 180s based on Friday's settlement below 191.03? And the answer is no, we're not destined. We're never destined for anything, but the odds favor it by a degree, but not a strong degree. And in fact, if we happen to, and I don't have it marked here, but just FYI, the high settlement price last week, I can't remember if it was Thursday or Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, is 191.45. So it wouldn't take much to reject this sell signal by closing above not only 191.03, but also 191.45. 191.45 will stay there all week long. 191.03 is rising daily. So this area is narrowing gradually, below which this market can show bearish continuation into the mid 180s, possibly by the end of this week, where a buy opportunity would present through the rest of the year and perhaps well into next. If we close below 184.13, I only show that as a 3 to 5 day sell signal down to 179.32. This is sort of the base channel structure following the low that was put out in October, and I just can't support being an aggressive short seller through the rest of the year and into January unless we close below 179.32. So you're bottom picking the mid 180s still in anticipation of higher trade as we move into January, February, and you're really not selling this market on a 3 to 5 week basis through the rest of the year unless we happen to close below 179.32. I'll be finessing this a lot if we happen to fall into this zone of support. Now, upside, we could close today, for instance, above 191.45, and then momentum just reverses all over again. I would expect 193.92. That is nothing more than this trend line off these highs, which we were, in fact, I am again here showing as well. I don't see that today, but if we close above 191.45, then 193.92 and rising daily is likely Tuesday, Wednesday. 196.45 is the high settlement price. So closing above 191.45, I don't know by Friday's close, but I will say by the end of next week at the latest, 196.45, and it just might be by Friday's close. The reversal with a settlement back above 191.45 can be aggressive, where we hesitate for just a day at 193.92, and then the following day we test 196.45, where we can top out on a daily basis. But overall, you know, we're bottom picking 184.13 if given the opportunity, because above which 198.23 still remains a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week objective that I think is still realistic. And if we close today back above 191.45, or in other words, a new high settlement price following that October low, then everything points upward from there through the rest of the week and into next. I could say by the end of next week would actually test this 198.23 July all-time high, where we could double top, yes, for a day, a week, and perhaps into later December. But, you know, I am going to stick to this view here, actually the wrong image, and that is to say continued weekly settlements above 184.49 will keep 232.09 in reach by the middle of 24 or sooner. It might be as little as 3 to 5 months by the end of Q1. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's Apple Report. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow with Tuesday's Apple, and you have a great day.